This is Eddie Edwards, and you are in the Wrestling Epicenter.
You're listening to Interactive Wrestling Radio, featuring the interactive interview, courtesy of WrestlingEpicenter.com. Welcome back to Interactive Wrestling Radio. On the Newsmaker line with us right now is the former Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. He is, of course, Cowboy Colt McCoy. Mr. McCoy, are you with me?
I am the one and only Cowboy Colt McCoy right here.
Of course, we're talking to the Mr. AIP, Eddie Edwards, of course, and we have Throwback Throwdown happening next week, kind of like your guys' Thanksgiving special, really. Thoughts going into this very fun atmosphere for Impact next week?
You said it right there, fun. It was fun, to be a part of for us. It was something cool to... it's like we've been sent back in time to the 80s, and that's, you're going to turn to AXS TV, and that's what it's going to be. It's like a studio setup. It's different characters, different thing. I am the one and only Colt McCoy. It's just a good time. It was fun to be a part of it. I think it was fun for the fans there. And, honestly, I think the fans are going to have fun tuning in and checking it out.
And the good thing is, being Colt McCoy, if it doesn't work out for you in wrestling, you could always be the quarterback for the Redskins.
Exactly. I'll try my hand at that. I'm not scared.
All right. So tell me this honestly, is it any pot shots taken at the current NWA Power show, or is it completely different? Just people need to relax and not take everything so much to heart?
Yeah, I think people need to relax. It was, there was no, maliciousness intent. It was just to have a good time. It was in the books, in the works for a while. It's not meant to offend anybody or get anybody mad. It's just about, an homage to wrestling back in the 80s, just a throwback and kind of showing how it was. That's all, having a good time.
Looks like a lot of fun. I grew up on that stuff, so I'm looking forward to watching it and maybe having a few laughs at it too. So it looks like a lot of fun. It's going to air on AXS TV, and since we spoke last time, obviously that's been the biggest thing that's happened to Impact Wrestling is getting AXS TV, Anthem purchasing it. Got to be great for you guys in the locker room to know there's a lot more eyeballs that are eligible to see this product than there was with Pursuit.
Yeah, for sure. It's an exciting time. Obviously, it's an exciting time for pro wrestling in general and for Impact Wrestling. We've wanted this chance for a while now. We've been dying to get this, and now the time is here. So it's time for us to put up or shut up type deal. It's like we've been asking for this chance. This is our chance to show the people, show the world, show those eyes that haven't tuned in before to tune in and see what Impact Wrestling is about, and show them that we are currently we want to put the best product out that we can. And you tune in, you're going to find something that you enjoy, whether it's the women, it's the guys, it's intergender stuff, it's the heavyweights, high flying, it's the hardcore. Impact Wrestling has a little bit of everything, and this is our chance to show the world that this is Impact Wrestling. Check it out or be left behind type deal,
Absolutely, absolutely. And when we last spoke, it was a little over a year ago. In fact, about a year and a half ago, I drew the comparison between your feud with Sami Callihan and Tommy Dreamer and Raven's feud from ECW, and that kind of really snowballed. I mean, obviously, Don Callis had mentioned it on air too, but you ended up wrestling Tommy Dreamer. Did you take anything away, other than Kenny, of course, from wrestling Tommy Dreamer at Slammiversary last year? Did you learn anything different from his style than maybe you had learned previously?
Well, honestly, with Tommy, he does so much, for professional wrestling and for myself more so. Outside the ring as well. He's always a guy that I can go to, and I know I'm going to get shot straight. He's going to tell me the truth. He's going to tell me if something sucks or if something was good. He's always been that guy. So to be able to go in the ring with him and kind of do it, learn it firsthand and see all these things that he's talking about, it was a very unique opportunity. If you go back, and tell my 15-year-old self that I'll be wrestling, Tommy Dreamer in a hardcore match, and not only that, in the end, he will gift me, Kenny the kendo stick. I don't think I would believe you. So anytime I get in the ring with a guy like Tommy or be around him, it's a learning opportunity, and that's not lost. I mean, I always I always try to learn anytime. He's a guy that I go to and I ask him. He's a guy that I will search out. I will text him. I will bug him all the time. He's a guy that I always go to, and I continue to do so.
Awesome. And you've kept doing the more hardcore style with Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards is still a little bit kooky, a little bit different than he was certainly when we saw him debut with Impact with the Wolves. Are you still enjoying the harder edge to Eddie Edwards?
I'm always enjoying it, man. Honestly, like it's the whole thing. From Sami, from the bad incident to now, it's just been a chance to evolve for me. It's been a chance to try something different creatively, to try something outside of my comfort zone, and I've really enjoyed it. And I still I enjoy all the stuff that I'm doing because it's not stuff that I had done before. Like you said, it's not the type of character or the type of wrestler that I was. So to be able to continue to do it, continue to evolve, it just keeps pushing me, and I always enjoy being pushed to that next level. And it's like either evolve or get left behind. And we spoke of Tommy. Tommy is a guy who's always on top of that. He changes with the world of professional wrestling, and you have to do that or you get left behind.
Absolutely. Recently, you've been feuding with the young guy, I think Don Callis on air. I didn't know this word was okay for TV anymore, but I guess it is. He called him a cocky little shit. Of course, Ace Austin. What was your thoughts on your feud with Ace Austin? And, he's got a lot of talent, obviously a big mouth, but a lot of talent.
Yes, he is. I think Don did sum it up with those adjectives right there. But the beauty about Impact, and it always has been, is that we have young guys come in, guys who aren't known to the greater audience, the bigger audience of professional wrestling. So to be able to feud with Ace Austin and to be able to do the stuff that we did on TV and the matches and the vignettes and the promos. It was a chance for the world to be introduced to Ace Austin and to what this guy is, to the stuff he can do in the ring, which he is, he's unbelievably athletic. There's no doubt about it. He does run his mouth. There's no doubt about that. But he's going to be the future of Impact Wrestling. We have a lot of guys on this roster that just need that chance to shine. And when they do, they're going to blow people's minds.
Absolutely. And by the way, you mentioned the vignettes. The last vignette you guys did when you and Alicia beat him down the hallway and after the hotel room was priceless. I almost wish Bobby Heenan was around to call it just to hear the one-liners you would have come up with just for that segment because it was perfect.
Yeah, that was a good time. That's for sure. I think the highlight for us was the pizza delivery guy at the end of the hallway who's just this fight breaks out in the hall and then he's just being innocent trying to deliver pizza. And then he sees a half-naked guy getting wailed on by a kendo stick, and then a sexy couple making out on the floor. That's just an average Thursday night or whatever it was,
Absolutely. All right, so you mentioned Sami Callihan, who, by the way, is now the Impact Wrestling World Champion. Any chance we might see you rekindle your feud with the Draw?
I think, between me and Sami, it's a feud that I don't think will ever end. You spoke of Tommy, Dreamer, and Raven, along those lines. Like those guys could go in the ring and rekindle that feud, today. So that's definitely something that we can revisit down the road. It's something that's always in the back of my mind, and I think so in Sami's mind. So now that he is the world champion, there's something, up for grabs if we do that. So I would be looking forward to that. Anytime I get to beat on Sami, that's a good day.
Well, Tessa Blanchard is going to get that chance at Hard to Kill. It's making a lot of headlines that she's breaking through the glass ceiling and really, Impact Wrestling is championing, intergender wrestling. What are your thoughts on Tessa Blanchard challenging for the traditionally male world title?
Like you said, in the intro, Mr. EIP, I am somebody who firmly believes that anything is possible. And, Tessa is out there trying to prove it now. She's trying to prove that she can be the world champion. So it's a unique opportunity for her and for Impact Wrestling to say, all right, guys, we're giving you something different. This is something to get eyes on our product. They're going to see what's going on. And in the end, you could be having Tessa Blanchard walk out Hard to Kill as the world heavyweight champion, which I think would blow a lot of people's minds. But I'm enjoying the road that's leading us to Hard to Kill right now.
Absolutely, and Hard to Kill is probably the most perfect name in the history of Impact Wrestling, because Impact Wrestling's been through so many different incarnations and somehow always comes out the other end. It is hard to kill.
Exactly. It truly does sum up Impact Wrestling. I think when, the new TV deal came through with AXS, that's when I think the T-shirts were revealed after that, Hard to Kill, and I think that does sum it up. And I think, it's a unique thing for me because it sums up Impact Wrestling, but I feel like it also can sum up my career as well at times. So if any pay-per-view was perfect for Impact Wrestling and myself, it would be Hard to Kill.
All right. Any thoughts heading into that pay-per-view? Do we know who Eddie Edwards will be facing so far or yet at Hard to Kill?
It is yet to be announced, but in time, my friend, in time, I will be there, and I will be proving that I am the one that's hard to kill. Let's say that.
All right, just one more question for you. It's kind of a weird one. Yesterday, I interviewed Jungle Girl from WOW, which I know your wife Alicia is Sassy Massey on WOW Women of Wrestling. Kind of a thought process here, because on Tuesday night you have different stories going on than you have on Saturday night, but on the same channel. Does it make much of a difference that they're seen different on different shows, playing different personas?
I don't think so. I think it's just an opportunity to see the range that, for Alicia, the range that she can do in doing these different characters and stuff like that. There's obviously other knockouts from Impact on Women of Wrestling, so it just gives them a chance to show what they can do. It's, you tune into a TV show and you see somebody on one show and they also happen to be on another show. They don't have to be that same character on each. I think it's just a unique opportunity, and the more chances you get to be on TV, the better. You get more eyes on it, and it all helps Impact Wrestling in the end, so I'm all for that.
Absolutely. All right, man. I was doing some math, and I think I've had you on about 4 or 5 times over the last 3 or 4 years, and I always love having you on. You're just such a straight shooter, and I really do appreciate you taking the time today to do this with me again.
Well, thank you. I appreciate, you helping promote Impact like you have, these past years and having me on, so I really do appreciate it, and then hopefully we keep the streak going and do it again sometime soon.
Hopefully so. All right. I'll let you get on to the next one, but I do appreciate your time today. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too, man.
This is Alicia Edwards, and you're listening to Interactive Wrestling.
Like what you're hearing? Follow us on social media. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/Wrestling Epicenter, or just search Wrestling Epicenter in the search box on Facebook. On Twitter at WEpicenter. On YouTube at IWR Interactive. And of course, check us out at WrestlingEpicenter.com, your hub and home of all things professional wrestling interviews. We're the originals, and we love what we do.